Alright, good morning, boys and girls. So, interesting couple of days with the banks, hasn't it been? Who would have seen this coming, right? They artificially kept the interest rates low, basically zero for, a decade. Then during COVID, they locked you down, right? The government locked you down. The government closed your business. The government closed your factory. So you went broke, right? But meanwhile, the government was handing out cash to the banks like candy, right? Then the head of the Federal Reserve came out and said, we're not going to put up interest rates. And it's like, okay, so what you've done has caused massive amounts of inflation, right? I even said this probably now over 2 years ago. You've caused massive amounts of inflation. But you're not going to expect interest rates to go up. Because what's their plan? Inflation rises, you put the interest rates up, right? That's been their plans forever. That's how they work, right? I said this over 2 years ago. Check my videos. And again, I'll say it, I'm just a dumb redneck. So how did I, a dumb redneck, know this shit was going to happen? I warned you. I warned you what was going to happen. So Credit Suisse has gone under. Boom. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one, boys and girls. Remember where all the Nazis stored all their wealth? Switzerland. Let's not get into that. They purposely fucked you. You see, they knew the big banks are too big to fail, right? So what the deal is here, they're going to get rid of all the small banks and just keep, I think it's the big six. And then they bring in the central bank digital currencies. You see the plan here, boys and girls? It was all war gamed out. WEF, all these motherfuckers. But no, at least in France, they're starting a second revolution. And the Dutch farmers are fighting back. Congratulations, boys and girls, on that one. Great job. But here in Australia, we've learnt nothing. In the last election, the government who won, the Labor Party, only got 32% of the vote. I've spoken about this before, right? That's not even a third of the population voted for them. But they're ramming through their ridiculous ideas of carbon neutral and all this shit. Again, I will tell you, carbon neutral means no you. You are the carbon. The 15-minute cities are getting implemented. The government's come out and said, yeah, we're getting digital IDs. Not a conspiracy bites the dust. So, where do you think all this is heading, boys and girls? Remember I told you a long time ago that Bill Gates bought like the biggest private jet company in the world? And in the European Union, private jets are carbon exempt. Yes, exempt from taxes. So all these big boys, Billy Gates, remember the dead pedo Epstein's mate? They get all these tax exemptions, and he makes billions of vaccines, remember? And he eats T-bone steaks, sirloins, you name it, he eats everything, right? But he wants you to eat his impossible meat. Remember, it's just come out that it actually causes cancer? There's been another polio outbreak in Africa. It's on the news, ABC News in America. Guess whose vaccine that is? Bill Gates. So the vaccine is giving the kids polio. You can't make this shit up, boys and girls. You go check that out yourself. The polio vaccine has been giving kids polio in Africa. Again! Funded by dead pedos mate Bill Gates. I hope you're ready for your digital ID, your 15-minute cities, your CBDCs, because they just come out. They said, yeah, in July, they're going to start implementing in the US. At least DeSantis is going to ban them. Thank God for Florida, I tell you. Oh, this is something close to home, right? On the weekend, there were some dumbass Nazis. Yes, I know I look like... But I'm not a fan of Nazis or communists, right? I don't like either of them. They're dumbass mother... Right? They're just dumbasses. Right, really. But they're going to ban the Nazi salute in Victoria. You know, let's ban everything. Who cares, you know? But the West is still sending weapons to the Azov battalion, which are Nazis, proper Nazis, in Ukraine. So we're going to ban sending weapons to the Nazis in Ukraine if we're banning all the Nazi shit here? Again, I'm not a fan of the Nazis. I think they're dumbass motherfuckers. Same with the communists. Same with any authoritarian bastards. You hear what I'm saying? Life, liberty is the way to go, boys and girls. Liberty. Not authoritarian fucking idiots. Just makes you wonder, doesn't it? What is going on in people's brains? Didn't you wake up after the COVID malfeasance? No? Everything they told you was a lie. I don't want to rehash this again. But come on, boys and girls. Wake up. They're not here to help. Again, look at the policies they are implementing. Cutting farming. Right? Nitrogen, then carbon. Carbon makes the trees grow. And most of the carbon comes out of the ocean. One volcano eruption, that's more than all the humanity will put out in 100 years. Like, come on. Solar panels and wind farms. Yeah, the cheapest form of energy. Their policies are making you poorer. The policies are making all manufacturing here in Australia move overseas. So we have to be reliant on other countries. I've said this before, we could be 100% self-sufficient. But no. We have to rely on China. Oh, I wonder why that is. I wonder why. Seems like we wonder why Canada's under control of the Chinese. The US, Biden. I'd say the same in the UK. Are you going to wake up? No. I know people listen to this, yes. But God help us, boys and girls. We're in serious trouble. Because you're going to get poorer and poorer and poorer by your government policies. Which not a third of you voted for. Not even a third. Alright, leave it there. Love yous.